We all have certain things we love about the Disney parks, and for some of us, the things we grew up loving and sometimes even being scared of are no longer there. This is a top 10 list of attractions we miss at Walt Disney World. Number 10, Snow White's Scary Adventures. This was an original opening day attraction to Walt Disney World, and it was eventually closed May 31st, 2012, and was replaced by the meet and greet Princess Fairy Tale Hall. This was a very fun ride. I actually remember being pretty scared of this attraction growing up. It's called Snow White's Scary Adventure, so you can understand that there would be some elements of, scary stuff there. But all around, just kind of a fun attraction. Number 9, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. This was another one that kind of creeped me out as a kid. I grew up very religious, and the fact that you can go to hell at the end of this ride creeped me out as a kid. This was closed September 7th of 1998 and was replaced by the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh ride that is now there in Fantasyland. Now, the reason those two are so far down on the list isn't because I like them less, but it's because you can actually still visit both of those attractions over at Disneyland in California. Number 8, Kitchen Cabaret over at Epcot at the Land Pavilion. This was I think about a 13-minute animatronic show, and it was food that sang to you. It was really cool. You can actually still find video of it on YouTube, and if you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it because it's a pretty cool little show. It closed January 3rd, 1994, and was replaced by Food Rocks, which was a very similar show, but that was eventually replaced by Soarin'. So where Soarin' is now, that is where Kitchen Cabaret used to be. Number 7, the Timekeeper in Tomorrowland. Now, this one was a very cool ride. Or it wasn't a ride. It was a 360 film, and which means when you walked into the room, there were screens all around you, and you followed Robin Williams and Jules Verne, and you would go on adventures with him, and the animatronic was actually voiced by Robin Williams. Pretty cool. I remember seeing this attraction towards the end of its lifespan, and I remember being scared, but I didn't know why I was scared. I think just the animatronic kind of looked creepy. I was really little when I saw this, but this was actually closed September 1st of 2002 and is now replaced by Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Heading back to Fantasyland with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the Submarine Voyage. This was closed September 5th of 1994 and was replaced by Pooh's Playful Spot, which didn't last long because it was then replaced. That was replaced by Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Now that's one of the ones on here that I never really got to experience, and it's on here because I really wish I could have done that ride. It is over at Disneyland now. It's the Nemo Friends, whatever it is called in Disneyland, the Nemo submarines. That is there, but I really want to be able to experience the old version of it. Moving on, World of Motion, which was eventually replaced by Test Track, and it closed January 2nd of 1996, is another one on my list here that I never actually got to experience. And that actually was a pretty long Omnimover ride that took you through the history of transportation. I really wish I could have seen this one as well. Everyone talks about how cool this ride was, and it was actually pretty reminiscent of a World's Fair ride that they did for the 1964-65 World's Fair. Not exactly like the Skyway, but pretty similar. This one hits home really big for me here. Number 4, the Wonders of Life Pavilion, just the entire pavilion. We lost so many cool attractions. We lost Cranium Command, Body Wars. We lost a lot, and they actually replaced it in 2007 with nothing. It is used as a festival center now for flower and garden and food and wine. So you can go in there if you want, but I actually just did a podcast about this recently, and I would suggest if you did love the Wonders of Life Pavilion to not go into the festival center because you'll just be sad. Number 3, we are talking about Journey into Imagination, the entire pavilion. It closed several times, but the main version closed in 1998 and was replaced by Journey into Your Imagination, which was widely regarded as the worst version of that attraction. Mainly because they got rid of Dreamfinder and Figment, and they closed a majority of the ImageWorks playground. So kids today who actually go to the ImageWorks playground only get to see about half of it. The other half is upstairs, and it is closed. That's where you can see like the Rainbow Tunnel and all that really cool stuff that is just unfortunately no longer there. Bummer about that one, and I wish they would really change it back because that was a really cool pavilion in its heyday. Number 2, my favorite attraction on this list was closed in 2003 on October 12th, and it was replaced by Stitch's Great Escape. And yes, I am talking about the Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter. One of the scariest rides for sure that Disney's ever done. I wouldn't say one of, I would say absolutely the scariest ride that Disney has ever done. And if you haven't seen the video on YouTube of it, check it out and put on some headphones because it's pretty intense and you can see why it got closed so quickly. And it was replaced by Stitch's Great Escape, which no one enjoys. Bring back Alien Encounter. And number one on our list should be no surprise to anyone. It is Horizons. Closed in 1999 on January 9th. It was replaced by Mission Space. And I know a lot of hardcore Disney and hardcore Epcot fans really, really miss this attraction. I never got to experience it. I really wish I had. So I would like to leave you now with the end of this video by saying thank you so much for watching. If you would like to check out our podcast, please feel free. It's available on iTunes and Stitcher. It is the Daily Disney Blog podcast. I don't do it by myself. I do it with a co-host named Josie Siegel, who is a very awesome person. And if you do check it out, please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher, and follow us on Twitter at Daily Disney Blog on Twitter. We also have a Tumblr page you can check out if you're into Tumblr. Follow us there as well at Daily Disney Blog, and check out our website, www.dailydisneyblog.weebly.com. My name is Brad. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I would like to leave this to you now to ask you, what were your favorite attractions that were closed at Walt Disney World in any park? Leave it down in the comments and let us know if we missed one of your favorites, and let me know which one was your favorite. Thank you guys again so much for listening and viewing the video.